The play reminds me of a cowboy that went to the Fox Theater in St. Louis, and he was laying there all sprawled out with 3 seats, and the aisle attendant came up and said, "Hey buddy, you're gonna have to get up. You can only have 1 seat." And the cowboy just said, and he goes, "You're gonna have to get up. You only pay for 1 seat. You can't lay over 3 seats." And the cowboy just kind of grunted again. He goes, "If you don't get up, I'm going after the manager." Cowboy just said, And the aisle attendant goes, "Okay, I'm going after the manager." He goes and gets the manager. The manager comes down and says, "Hey buddy, you gotta get up. You can't have 3 seats. You can't be laying all over the place." Cowboy just grunts again. He goes, "Look, if you don't get up, I'm gonna go get the police." And cowboy goes, "I can't." The manager goes, "Okay, I'm going to get the cops." So he goes and gets a police officer. The police officer comes up and says, "Hey buddy, you gotta get up." Cowboy just lays there and grunts. Police officer said, "Where are you from anyway?" Cowboy said, "The balcony." You're not supposed to laugh until I get up here and tell a joke. I don't know what that was all about. That reminds me of another cowboy that had to run into the law. Mrs. Stevens told me to dress up like a cowboy. This is about a cowboy's idea, I guess. And this cowboy was dressed up. He had on the cowboy hat, the cowboy shirt, the jeans, the ropers, and even had on his 6-gun shooters on each hip. And the police officer comes up and says, "Hey buddy, what's your name?" And cowboy says, "My name's Tex." And the police officer says, "Is that because you're from Texas?" He said, "No, it's out from Louisiana." And he's like, "Why do you call yourself Tex?" And he said, "Well, I don't want to be Louise." he couldn't keep his calves together. I don't know if any of you have much experience on horses. We're going to see a horse riding exhibit here pretty soon to play, and it is worth the price of admission. Horses, I've ridden horses a couple times. Never been to the horse track, never bet on horses. I'm not going to pretend like I could know which horse is going to win. I don't even think the horses know that they're racing. If you think about the horses themselves, I don't think they head back to the stable going, I got third, I got fifth. You cut me off, you're watching. I think they're probably heading back to the stable thinking, oh, back, I get my back now. I think one piece of information the horses definitely do not know is that if they should trip and break their leg as they're racing around the track, that we're going to shoot them in the head. I think you see some awful mighty careful stepping coming down the home stretch if they knew that piece of information. I think the horse would be like, easy fellas, easy. You win, all plays, whatever. It's all the same old bag. Like I said, I've never ridden a horse. I've ridden horses like once in my life. I don't know anybody here has much experience, but if you ever go to one of these horse riding ranches where they saddle you up and let you ride on the trail and stuff, they always want to know what's your level of experience on a horse. They can see guys like me coming. They'll ask you, what's your level? 0, nothing. Is there a box on the form that says I can't do it? Check that box. And of course, as soon as they see you, they're like, all right, is glue stick ready? Get glue stick. Get a saddle on glue stick. How about almost dead? Let's saddle him up. And then you're sitting there on this U-shaped horse. It's like riding a hammock with legs, and you're sitting there. You got the only horse where your feet can actually touch the ground while you're riding along, and you can kind of pedal yourself along. That's got to be a great experience. I know everybody else is on a nice. You're looking up like, hey, I don't think we all got the same kind of horse here. And the horse has to appreciate that too. They're not stupid. They know you can't ride, and so they're always turning around looking at you. The great big nostrils and that great big bowling ball eye. You're just kind of like, I want to say, easy, hop along. I know the trail. I'm here every day. I've been through this. And thanks for kicking me while I was taking a leak. That really improves the already fabulous life I have here at the Dude Ranch. I really appreciate that. I think their life has to be pretty peachy. I'm hoping that's enough. Miss Stevens, is that enough? Oh, there we go. Thanks. Thank you very much. Speaking of horses, I don't know if you noticed, but they do make glue out of horses. I don't know how that idea came about. I mean, was there a guy working in a stationery store someday, and a horse walked by, and he was like, wait a second, that horse could be glue. I mean, that's the ultimate brainstorming idea right there, to turn a horse into glue. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine what that conversation was like. I mean, surely somebody said, are you sure this is going to work? Yeah, I'm sure it's going to work. Well, how do you know which horse is going to be the really sticky glue? Well, let me figure that out. What about this horse? He's bobbing around, he's running in circles, he's acting all crazy. He'll be crazy glue. I think the ultimate insult for the horses, other than being turned into glue, is the horse trailer. I don't know who came up with the design for the horse trailer. The poor horses have to, stick their rear end out the back end for everybody to see. You gotta believe the horses are sitting up there in front going, you feel a draft in here? I can't see back there, but I'm pretty sure my rear end's sticking on the back of this trailer. That's gotta be the ultimate insult for a horse, the horse having a discussion about, no, they wouldn't do that to us. They already kicked us while we're peeing, so I don't know why they'd stick a rear end on the back of this trailer. That's gotta be the ultimate insult. Cowboy and a biker were on death row, and Cowboy, the warden came in to talk to both the cowboy and the biker before they were going to be put to death, and said, what's your last request? And the cowboy said, it'd be mighty awful fine of you if you would play Achy Breaky Heart right before I die. And the warden turned to the biker and said, well, what's your last request? And he said, please kill me first. So, anyway,